What if a car could be built faster than you make coffee? Tesla's Megafactory now assembles a full vehicle in just 40 seconds. Using AI, robotics, and automation, this process is redefining manufacturing forever, and it could destroy traditional factories worldwide. Join us as we discover how Tesla builds a car in just 40 seconds. Let's go!
Number 14. Tesla Semi-Truck. The Tesla Semi rewrites the rulebook on big rigs. Picture an 81,000-pound freight truck running on batteries instead of diesel. The first semis rolled out in December 2022, years behind schedule, but worth the wait. Giga Texas is becoming a major production hub for these electric monsters. The specs are wild. A fully loaded semi travels up to 500 miles on one charge. That covers most regional freight routes without stopping. The truck accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 20 seconds, fully loaded. A diesel semi takes over a minute to hit that speed. The difference matters when merging onto highways or climbing hills. Drivers report the experience feels nothing like traditional trucks. The cabin sits in the center, giving equal visibility on both sides. No engine noise, no vibration, just smooth electric power. The seats are comfortable, climate control works perfectly. Everything feels more like piloting a spaceship than hauling freight. DHL ran trials with the semi, and the results shocked everyone. The truck achieved 1.72 kilowatt-hours per mile efficiency. Industry standard estimates 2.0 or higher. That difference translates to massive cost savings over millions of miles. One test run covered 390 miles with 75,000 pounds of cargo on a single charge. Range anxiety doesn't apply here. Charging happens fast too. Tesla's mega chargers can add 400 miles of range in 30 minutes. That's a driver's legally required break period anyway. No time lost. Production at Giga Texas will ramp up in coming years as Tesla perfects the manufacturing process. The semi proves electric can handle the toughest jobs.
Number 13. Giga Texas Austin location. July 2020, Elon Musk announced Austin, Texas for Tesla's newest factory. The story started earlier though. In 2014, Tesla looked at land near Austin for Gigafactory 1. They picked Nevada instead. 6 years later, Tesla needed another huge facility. 3 cities made the shortlist: Tulsa, Nashville, and Austin. Tulsa went crazy for it. Mayor G.T. Bynum wrapped the golden driller statue to look like Lust. They photoshopped Cybertrucks with Tulsa police logos. Wild campaign. Nashville pitched strong with central location and logistics. Austin won for strategic reasons. Interstate 35 runs north-south, linking Mexico and central U.S. State Highway 130 offers quick routes around traffic. The site covered 2,100 acres near Del Valle, bordered by Harold Green Road, later renamed Tesla Road. Water access mattered. Colorado River flows nearby, supplying manufacturing water. Climate played a role. Texas winters don't shut down construction. Year-round building worked. Then came incentives. Del Valle schools approved $68 million in tax breaks. Travis County added more. Texas Economic Development Act capped property value at $80 million for taxes, though the facility would hit over $1 billion value. Tesla saved roughly $50 million. Texas has zero state income tax. Regulations run lighter than California. Business-friendly policies sealed it. Construction started immediately. Thousands of workers flooded the empty land. Within months, the massive structure rose from Texas dirt. The speed shocked everyone. Most factories take years just for planning and permits.
I'm going to ask you a simple question. Are you a naturally curious person? If you're watching, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. This space is made for people like us. To ensure you're always part of this community and receive all our latest discoveries, you just need to do one thing: subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to stay connected with us. Okay, now that you're part of our Legion of the Curious, let's move on to the next item.
Number 12. Tesla Optimus robot. Giga Texas isn't just building cars anymore. Hidden in certain sections, Tesla's robotics team develops Optimus, a humanoid robot designed to eventually work alongside or replace human workers in manufacturing and beyond. Optimus stands roughly 5 feet 8 tall and weighs about 125 pounds. It has human-like proportions because it's designed for environments built for humans. Unlike specialized industrial robots, Optimus is meant to be generalist, capable of learning various tasks. The hands have opposable thumbs and multiple articulation points, allowing them to grip tools, turn knobs, press buttons, anything a human hand does. Early versions are clumsy, moving with obvious robotic stiffness. But each iteration improves. The AI systems learn from thousands of hours of human demonstration. Workers perform tasks while wearing motion capture equipment. The robot studies these movements and gradually figures out how to replicate them. Balance is a major challenge. Walking smoothly requires constant micro-adjustments that humans do unconsciously. Teaching a robot to navigate uneven surfaces, stairs, or crowded spaces demands sophisticated programming and real-time sensor processing. Giga Texas provides the perfect testing ground. Real factory conditions, actual tasks needing performance, immediate feedback on what works and fails. Optimus prototypes are reportedly doing simple material handling now, moving parts from one location to another, tasks currently done by workers or AGVs. The long-term vision is ambitious. Musk claims Optimus will eventually be affordable for household use, priced similarly to a car. Imagine a robot that can do laundry, clean, perform maintenance, even provide companionship. Critics call it science fiction.
Number 11. Cybertruck manufacturing. Stainless steel doesn't bend like normal car metal. That fact forced Tesla to reimagine Cybertruck construction. Traditional car bodies use thin steel or aluminum panels that stamp into curves. Press into shape, weld together, paint, done. The Cybertruck's exoskeleton uses thick, cold-rolled stainless steel. Same stuff on SpaceX's Starship. It doesn't stamp, doesn't curve easily, definitely doesn't paint. This required unique manufacturing equipment at Giga Texas. A dedicated line was built specifically for Cybertruck, separate from Model Y operations. The Gigapress got modified to handle different material properties. Stainless steel work hardens, meaning it gets tougher the more you bend it. Makes it stronger, but harder to work with. Forming angular body panels requires specialized dies and extreme force. The bulletproof claims weren't just marketing. The steel thickness genuinely resists small arms fire and most impacts. But that toughness makes assembly challenging. Traditional spot welding doesn't work well. Tesla uses adhesives and mechanical fasteners for many joints. No paint means any scratch on stainless steel shows permanently. Quality control demands are insane. Every panel must be perfect because there's zero paint to hide flaws. Workers wear special gloves preventing fingerprints from marking bare metal. The angular design, while striking, actually simplifies some steps. Fewer curves mean fewer complex dies. Flat panels are easier to cut precisely, but sharp edges require careful handling throughout assembly. First deliveries started in late 2023, over 4 years after the original announcement.
Number 10. Tesla Model Y production. August 2021. The first complete Model Y rolled off Giga Texas. Just a trial unit, not for sale, but it proved systems worked. From that single test to today's output represents one of the fastest production ramps in car history. By June 2022, the factory produced several thousand Model Ys weekly. Drone footage showed parking lots filling with hundreds of new vehicles daily. December 2022 hit the first milestone, 3,000 units per week. That's roughly 150,000 vehicles annually. April 2023, just 4 months later, jumped to 4,000 weekly. May 2023 brought 5,000 weekly, marking roughly 260,000 annual capacity. The factory celebrated with a special logo featuring Texas Longhorns and Tesla's T symbol placed on the milestone vehicle's hood. By late 2024, Giga Texas reportedly hit 10,000 Model Ys in 1 week. That's over 500,000 vehicles yearly from one facility. This speed is abnormal in car manufacturing. Traditional makers need years, sometimes a decade, to reach volume at new plants. Tesla crushed it in roughly 2 years. Several factors enabled this. First, Gigapress eliminated assembly complexity. Second, highly automated lines with robots that learn continuously. Third, vertical integration, because Tesla makes components in-house. Fourth, software-first approach means production optimizes through data analysis constantly. Every Model Y generates data about assembly time, fit, quality. That data loops back, making each next car easier and faster to build.
Number 9. Tesla factory robots. Robots at Giga Texas don't look like humanoid machines from sci-fi. They're industrial arms, long and multi-jointed, designed for specific tasks. What they lack in human appearance gets made up in precision and tirelessness. Over 1,000 robotic arms work production lines constantly. Some lift entire car bodies, moving them station to station. Others perform delicate operations, like placing sensors or connecting wiring. Precision gets measured in microns, thousands of a millimeter. Humans can't match that consistency. A robot welding chassis components hits exact same spots with exact same pressure every time. Repeatability is perfect. Quality variations from human fatigue disappear. The robots learn too. Machine learning algorithms analyze performance data from every operation. If a robot consistently struggles with a task, the system identifies the issue and adjusts programming. Error rates drop over time as AI optimizes movements and timing. Programming these systems is complex work. Engineers create detailed motion paths for every operation. Robots must move quickly for efficiency, but carefully to avoid damaging parts. Collision avoidance becomes critical when multiple arms work in tight proximity. Humans still play crucial roles. Technicians monitor robot performance, perform maintenance, and handle complex tasks requiring judgment and flexibility. Some assembly steps, particularly final quality inspections and intricate interior work, remain primarily human operations. The ratio of robots to humans at Giga Texas ranks among the highest in automotive manufacturing. Estimates suggest around 10-12 robots per human worker on main lines. Traditional factories run closer to 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 ratios.
Number 8. Giga Texas Sustainability. Car factories are typically environmental disasters. Smokestacks, chemical runoff, massive energy consumption, noise pollution. Giga Texas deliberately breaks that mold. The roof gets covered with solar panels. Not a small array, a massive solar farm generating significant electricity for factory needs. On sunny Texas days, which means most days, the facility nearly powers itself through renewable energy. Energy storage systems, using Tesla's own batteries, capture excess solar production for night shifts or cloudy periods. Water recycling got built into core design. Manufacturing uses enormous water for cooling, cleaning, and chemical processes. Giga Texas captures, filters, and reuses water in closed-loop systems. Wastewater doesn't dump into local waterways. It goes through treatment and recirculation. Waste reduction extends to materials. Aluminum scraps from Gigapress operations get collected and recycled. The closed-loop aluminum cycle means waste from casting becomes input for new castings. Very little leaves as garbage. Paint operations, typically among the most polluting aspects, get minimized hard. The Cybertruck uses bare stainless steel, eliminating paint entirely. Model Y painting uses advanced systems with better chemical efficiency and lower emissions than traditional booths. The facility design included environmental impact studies from the beginning. Green space surrounds the factory, providing buffer zones and helping manage local ecosystem impact. Native Texas plants were chosen for landscaping, requiring less water and maintenance. This isn't just for show. The economics make sense. Lower energy costs from solar improve profitability. Reduced water bills from the cycling save money.
Number 7. Gigapress machine. 10,000 tons of force slamming down every few seconds. That's the Gigapress at Tesla's Texas factory. One African elephant weighs 5 tons. This machine delivers pressure of 2,000 elephants at once. Before this beast showed up, building a car body meant welding together dozens of metal pieces. Each weld was a weak point. Each joint ate time. Now it's one massive aluminum casting, done in seconds. The rear underbody of a Model Y used to need an entire assembly section. Now it pops out as one piece. Hours condensed to under a minute. Single castings beat welded assemblies in strength. No joints means no future cracks. Structural integrity shoots up. Fewer parts mean less failure. Quality control gets simpler. Weight drops without overlapping joints. The vehicle gains efficiency. Tesla imported these from Idrea in Italy. Getting them to Texas was brutal. Each Gigapress weighs hundreds of tons, arriving in pieces for assembly on site. The foundation needed specialized concrete to handle relentless hammering. 3 operate at Giga Texas now, running almost non-stop. They pump out castings forming every Model Y skeleton. Workers monitor from control rooms as robotic arms lift glowing hot castings to cooling stations. Precision is insane. Each casting must match specs to fractions of a millimeter. Laser scanners catch deviations instantly. Rejected pieces get recycled back into aluminum supply. Nothing wastes.
The Gigapress transformed car manufacturing completely. Speed and quality both jumped hard. Traditional methods can't compete anymore.
Number 6. 4680 battery production. 46 millimeters by 80 millimeters. Those dimensions give the 4680 battery its name and represent a massive shift in EV battery tech. Tesla didn't just build Giga Texas to assemble cars, they built it to manufacture next-gen batteries powering those cars. Before the 4680, Tesla used smaller 2170 cells, measuring 21 millimeters by 70 millimeters. Thousands of tiny cells packed into battery packs. More cells meant more connections, more failures, more complexity. The 4680 is bigger, holding more energy in one unit. Fewer total cells needed per vehicle. Fewer cells means simpler assembly, fewer welds, less cooling infrastructure. Energy density jumped higher. Each 4680 stores more power relative to size and weight than previous generations. This translates to vehicle range. A Model Y with 4680 cells drives farther on one charge than with 2170 cells. Charging speed improved too. The 4680's design allows faster electron flow without overheating. Drivers spend less time at charging stations. Production was brutal though. Tesla announced 4680 cells at Battery Day in 2020 with huge promises. Reality proved harder. Early Giga Texas production struggled with consistency and output. Some Model Ys initially shipped with 2170 cells because 4680 production couldn't keep up. By 2024, Tesla finally cracked manufacturing challenges. Dry electrode coating, a Tesla-developed process, eliminated wet chemical steps, requiring massive factory space and drying time. This made production faster and cheaper. Giga Texas now produces 4680 cells at scale, enough to support significant Model Y production. Number 5. Colorado River Site. Giga Texas sits right along the Colorado River, and that location wasn't random. Water access was critical when Tesla scouted sites for the factory. Manufacturing electric vehicles requires enormous amounts of water for cooling systems, chemical processes, battery production, and general facility operations. The Colorado River provides that resource reliably. The factory location is in Del Valley, about 15 miles southeast of downtown Austin. The site stretches along the river for nearly a mile. From aerial views, you can see the massive building running parallel to the water. The proximity isn't just about access, though. It's about sustainability, too. Tesla built water recycling systems into the facility from day one. Water gets used, filtered, treated, and recirculated, rather than dumped back into the river dirty. Closed-loop systems mean very little fresh water needs pulling from the Colorado compared to traditional factories. Environmental groups initially worried about the factory's impact on local water supplies. Texas has periodic drought concerns. Drawing millions of gallons daily could stress the system. Tesla addressed this by committing to aggressive recycling targets and minimal waste discharge. The site also includes retention ponds for managing stormwater runoff. Heavy Texas rains can dump inches in hours. Without proper drainage, flooding becomes a serious problem. The retention systems capture that water, prevent erosion, and release it slowly to avoid overwhelming downstream areas. Native vegetation surrounds the facility, helping filter runoff naturally before it reaches the river. The location offers other benefits too. Flat terrain made construction easier. The open land gave Tesla room to expand as production needs grow.
Number 4. 30X stainless steel. The Cybertruck's body uses a material called 30X cold-rolled stainless steel. This isn't your typical automotive metal. It's the same alloy Tesla developed for SpaceX's Starship. The stuff is ridiculously tough. Small arms fire bounces off. Dents from minor impacts just don't happen. The metal maintains its appearance for decades without rusting or corroding. Charles Kuhlman led development of this alloy. He's been VP of Materials Engineering at both SpaceX and Tesla since 2015. The guy knows his metallurgy. Cold rolling the steel work hardens it, making each sheet progressively stronger the more it gets shaped. That's the opposite of most metals, which get weaker with processing. The thickness is substantial too. We're talking 3mm sheets compared to the 0.8mm steel used on typical cars. That extra mass provides genuine ballistic protection. Musk wasn't exaggerating when he called the Cybertruck bulletproof. Well, mostly bulletproof. The failed window demo at the 2019 reveal proved the glass still needs work. But the body panels? Those hold up. Manufacturing with 30X creates unique challenges at Giga Texas. Traditional stamping presses can't form it into curves.
The metal just won't bend that way. That's why the Cybertruck has such angular, faceted design. Sharp edges and flat panels work with the material's properties rather than fighting them. Workers handle the steel carefully. Any scratch, fingerprint, or oil mark shows permanently because there's no paint to hide it. Everyone wears special gloves. Tools get kept immaculately clean. Quality control standards are insane. The bare metal look is polarizing. People either love it or hate it. But practically, it makes sense. No paint means no paint damage. No rust means no corrosion repairs.
Number 3. AGV system Giga Texas. Nobody drives forklifts at Giga Texas. Those little vehicles zipping around with parts have no drivers. They're AGVs, automated guided vehicles, showing how far factory automation evolved. These robot carts navigate the massive facility using sensors, cameras, and magnetic floor markers. They know routes better than any human could. They don't take breaks, don't get tired, don't make wrong turns. When an assembly station needs parts, it sends a digital request. The nearest AGV automatically receives the order, calculates optimal route, travels to part storage, loads itself, and delivers to exact location, all without human intervention. Traffic management happens through central control. Multiple AGVs coordinate routes to avoid collisions. If one path gets blocked, they reroute automatically. If two AGVs need the same intersection, the system determines priority based on urgency and timing. The efficiency gains are massive. Human-driven forklifts waste time with imprecise navigation, loading delays, and brake periods. AGVs operate 24/7 with only charging breaks, which they schedule based on battery levels. They dock at charging stations during low-demand periods, ensuring availability when production peaks. Safety improved dramatically. AGVs have sensors detecting obstacles, including humans, and stop instantly. Zero risk of distracted driving or visibility issues. Accident rates in facilities using AGVs drop dramatically compared to traditional material handling. The system scales easily. Need more capacity? Add more AGVs. They integrate into existing network automatically. No training, no learning curve. Just configure and deploy.
Number 2. Tesla Road rename. Harold Green Road doesn't exist anymore. Well, technically it does, but nobody calls it that. The road bordering Giga Texas got renamed to Tesla Road in 2021. The address change happened before the factory even opened. Local officials approved the switch to honor the massive investment Tesla brought to the area. The facility's official address is now 1 Tesla Road, Austin, Texas. That's the kind of thing that happens when you build a $10 billion factory. Cities bend over backward to accommodate you. The road itself got upgraded too. What used to be a quiet rural route now handles thousands of vehicles daily. Workers commuting, delivery trucks bringing parts, finished cars rolling out. The infrastructure needed serious improvement. Texas widened the road, added turn lanes, installed traffic signals. The state also expanded nearby State Highway 130 to handle increased traffic flow. Getting massive equipment to the construction site required careful planning. Some components were too large for normal routes. The Gigapress machines, for instance, arrived in pieces on specialized trailers. Each weighed hundreds of tons. Roads had to be reinforced just to support the transport vehicles. Tesla Road has become somewhat famous among the Tesla enthusiast community. Drone operators fly over regularly, documenting construction progress and production activity. The most dedicated ones post weekly or even daily updates. Joe Tegmeyer is probably the most well-known. His aerial footage provides the clearest views of what's happening inside the facility. From the road, you can't see much. Security is tight. Fences, trees, and distance keep prying eyes away from sensitive operations. But the sheer scale is obvious even from outside. The building stretches further than you'd think possible.
Number 1. Cyber Rodeo, April 2022. April 7th, 2022, 15,000 people packed Giga Texas for Cyber Rodeo. No typical factory opening here. This was concert-level energy. LED lights transformed the building into a light show, a stage built just for this. Live music blasted through industrial sound systems, food trucks everywhere. The crowd mixed Austin officials, Tesla employees, and lucky fans. Media got blocked from general access, but attendees reported controlled chaos and celebration. The highlight was Cybertruck reveals and test rides. People finally saw the angular steel beast up close. Many had only seen photos since 2019. Musk gave factory tours, showing production lines, Gigapress machines, and massive operations. Timing was symbolic. Production had started months earlier with trial Model Y runs in late 2021, By April 2022, the factory was hitting stride, producing several hundred vehicles weekly. Cyber Rodeo marked the shift from construction to full production. It sent a message to the car industry. Traditional companies hold polite corporate events. Tesla throws parties that feel like tech launches mixed with music festivals. The message landed clear. This isn't your grandfather's factory. This is manufacturing's future, happening in Texas. The event cost millions, but publicity value was priceless. Images flooded social media, generating more buzz than traditional advertising could buy. Attendees left energized and impressed. The scale was incomprehensible until you stood inside. Factory floor stretches beyond what eyes can see. Assembly lines move with coordinated precision.
Still curious? Then don't stop now. The next mystery is already waiting for you. Just click the video on screen. I saved it just for you. See you there, curious one.